Good afternoon, my name is Paul. The E-Type Jaguar has been my favourite car for as long as I can remember, since I was a small boy. There are lots of different variations in the series 1, 2 and 3. The car behind me is an early 1963 3.8 Roadster or OTS. I'd like to show you around. So, as I say, this is a 3.8 Roadster. The colour is in Carmine Red with a black leather interior. It just looks gorgeous. Such a pretty car. Now this car finished production in October 1962 and it was dispatched to New York Jaguar at the end of 62 and registered in 63. It was brought back around 30 years ago, around 1990, and we have a huge file of paperwork and invoices that shows that back in 1990 the gearbox was rebuilt, a stainless steel exhaust was fitted. A little bit further down the line we had other work carried out in terms of new interior. The carburettors were completely stripped and rebuilt and refurbished in 22. The engine was completely rebuilt in 2022 as well. New exhaust manifolds, lots and lots of work, all the stuff that you'd really want to have done if you're going to have one of these cars. Another nice thing about this car is this car has lived in this environment throughout the ownership, which is nice. So what that tells me is, well, the car has been in a dry and clean environment. So temperature controlled, humidity controlled, and that is a really nice way to look after a car that's like this. So I'm just going to scan through these lovely chrome wheels. Now this is a driver, so this car it hasn't just been sat here ignored throughout its ownership. The owner has taken the car out regularly throughout the summer, left it throughout the winter. So it's had light use but regular use. He's taken it to shows. So I've known it for the last 2 years. And I've got to say, he has looked after it very nicely. You can see the tailpipes there, so the rear section of the exhaust, which is stainless steel. The rear valance there you can see is in very nice condition. Just a little bit of patina on the number plate, but all nice and straight. Very nice, slim and streamlined rear end. The paintwork presents very nicely. I say it's not an absolute concours car, but it's incredibly good as a driver, and it looks beautiful from every angle. I'm just looking down the car there and moving the camera up and down so you can see a nice reflection in the paintwork. That lovely long bonnet with the stamped louvers, chrome bezels around the headlamp, a signature feature of the Series 1. The Series 1 also had this smaller front grille than was introduced with the Series 2, which had the wider mouth at the front. The incredible design bonnet. And again, looking underneath, it all just looks lovely. The engine, as I say, was completely rebuilt in 22. It's not done that many miles since. It starts very easily, it runs beautifully. The gearbox feels nice. Suspension feels nice. Now when the engine was removed, the interior with the bonnet, now I'm going to see if I can do this with just the one hand because it's worth looking at underneath. So to undo the bonnet, you pull here. That one's already been pulled. shut that door properly. And you do the same on this side. You can see now that bonnet has released. So now my hand comes in here. Now I know what this is. I've got one of these. Mine's a Series 2, so it's not quite as pretty as this one. And there we have a beautiful 3.8 litre engine. You can see down here the condition of these carburettors and manifold. As I say, they were completely refurbished. And they look absolutely superb. Great gold on the cylinder head. Nice shiny cam covers. Nice clean airbox. Now, crucially, the bulkhead is worth looking at here. The areas that you really like to see. And if I look down here, the frame, when the engine came out, the frame was painted, and there was a lot of work done around the engine bay just to make sure that it was really nice and tidy and looking really good. I can see where the brake line is touched here. There's a little bit of paint off there, but essentially it's rather nice. You can see the top ball joint. What have you there? There are those manifolds, nice coated manifolds. They help to keep the heat within the exhaust rather than around the engine bay. And you can again see the quality of the frames. And there's a suspension at the back of the brakes there as well. Now if I go vertically up, I can show you more of this bulkhead. And more of these areas that are worth looking at, parts that you want to check when you're buying one. Very nice indeed. So I'm going to pop that shut. There we go. Now moving to the interior, you can see some nice chrome trims. The windscreen, the whole windscreen mechanism was also replaced a number of years ago, including the motors and the arms, the whole thing. And the windscreen was also replaced. So if I look at this windscreen, unlike my windscreen, which has this fine mist of stone chips over the years, that is a really nice clear screen. And that is nice and unusual for a car of this age. Black leather bucket seats. There is a tonneau cover. Look at the photos. I haven't fitted in the photos. As you can see, black carpets. All the way under there, all the parts you'd like to have a look at. A lovely motor-liter style steering wheel. I don't know if it is motor-liter, I don't actually see it written on there. But it's a nice looking wheel. A little bit of patina, let's say, on the dials. The trademark textured aluminium from the Series 1. And of course the bucket seats. Now if I just sit in a second, show you that while I'm here. I cold started it a second ago. Turn the ignition on. I just cold started a second ago. We're on choke. It starts nice and easily. The engine sounds good. There's the choke. Just drop the choke, drop the choke slowly. And you can see all that is operating nicely. There you can see the original Moss gearbox, as I said, which was rebuilt when the car came into the UK. They're all looking nice. The hood mechanism all looks good. Fits in here and here and here, so it pulls down tight. Now, of course, the hoods are never an absolute sort of perfect fit like you get with a brand new car nowadays, but it certainly does look in nice condition. But the whole of the interior sounds nice. The exhaust note sounds lovely. It is a rather lovely thing. Now I'm going to turn the choke right down before taking it off. And I'm going to turn it off. So, and I need two hands so I need to push the bonnet down and push that thing in there. So I'll leave that for a second. I'll leave that till after the video because that takes two hands. So there we go. There's an awful lot of history. There's a lot of information on our website. It presents really, really well. It drives very, very nicely. The engine feels and sounds absolutely superb. It starts on the button. It's had regular use. It's a car you can jump in and drive rather than one that you're scared to take out and you have to leave in the garage. Beautiful thing. So I hope you like the car. Hope you like the video and find the video useful. If you'd like to know more about the car, please visit our website, www.bramshawebv.com. Drop us a text, or send us an email, or send us a WhatsApp, or simply pick up the phone and speak to us. We'd love to talk to you about it. Thanks for watching.